Hi, I am Shelley Maxwell. I'm a movement director and choreographer who's now gone into writing, directing, and producing with my own newly formed company.
That's fantastic. And Shelley, can you tell me about this newly formed company?
So, at the top of COVID lockdown, we came together, the four of us, and we're all creatives, and we wanted to really bring a production house that was going to be dealing with creative individuals and creative products. And we wanted it to be a safe space for people, so a house and a home, thus Bennu Creative House.
Wonderful. So, can you tell me the story about how you set up this company or what made you want to set up this company?
So the four of us, we've known each other across kind of different paths and walks in life. And it was Michelle McGivern, who's one of the directors, who kind of pulled us all together because she said, as individuals, we were all speaking about the need to help others, the desire to create, to curate, and to produce quality products that dealt with diversity and equality. And when we did come together, we didn't know that we're going to create a company. We just had, of course, a Zoom meeting in which we went, what are we doing? And then you start speaking and you start bouncing ideas. And out of that, Bennu Creative House was born.
You've told it to me before, but tell me the story about you being in the garden and just what happened to you post COVID. What happened? What made you do this?
So I was working on an opera in Amsterdam, and I say working loosely because it was all of 3 days. And then I found myself back on a plane to London. My luggage was still in Amsterdam, and I realized that I was actually not going back because the opera then closed down, and I found myself in London, like everybody else, not knowing what was going to be happening in the next few weeks. And as the weeks progressed, it became really clear that we were in what would be a massive pandemic. And the theatre industry, which is obviously my industry, was closed for the foreseeable future. I felt like motivated and pushed to do something because I didn't want to just kind of sit and each day would pass by and then be caught in this kind of whirlwind of there's nothing productive happening in Shelley's life. And I also was very aware of my community being in distress. And I just felt like I needed to do something. And I remember thinking in my head, but you're just a movement director and a choreographer. What are you going to do? And I just kept thinking, no, we can all do something. If everybody has that kind of push and motivation to try, then we'll create a ripple. And so out of that, Pocketcom was born. So Pocketcom came out of the want and desire to give back to the theatre. It is a kind of series of sketch comedies. We thought, what do people want to do at this time? People want to laugh, people want to be happy. So we thought that having a series of sketch comedy put on the internet and shared around social media channels would give people a little bit of a lift in their day. And also it's geared towards helping theatres. So we asked people, if possible, to donate via a charitable link to assist the theatres who haven't really opened their doors yet.
So, why? Who's your first partner and why?
The project that I was also working on in London was for the Kiln Theatre, and that was a production of Heart, which also, like other productions, has been put on hold. So I felt that it was kind of full circle having the Kiln as our first partner, given that it was the last London theatre that I was actually inside rehearsing with.
What is the point of Pocketcom? What do you want to do with Pocketcom?
The intention of Pocketcom is to give back to the theatre industry. It is a gift. It comes from our heart. And at its purest, it is about bringing smiles and engaging an audience while reminding everyone of the joy of theatre.